Have you heard the news, G? He's bloody gone. Yap's bloody gone.
I am aware, Ben.
He's been pinched. Someone wanted him as a manager.
Can you blame them?
I think it was down to his team talks.
They were excellent, weren't they?
All right.
I found a replacement.
Well, excellent. Good.
You can trust me.
Well, I need to be on the case.
I wouldn't say he's quite
Right.
the same.
Yeah, I want someone, strong, aggressive, similar to Stam, really, similar to Yap. It's got a bit of fear in him.
I have him on the other line. Want a word?
All right, yeah, good. All right, yeah, feed him through. Hello, speaking here.
Hello, I'm Phil Neville, and we can really look forward to an exciting season.
G, you still there?
Howdy.
That's a joke, right?
What?
I said like Yap Stam. You've got the reverse of Yap Stam.
They're similar.
You've got Stam Yap over here.
There's nobody else.
It'll do.
3, 2, 1, go!
I've got so many good memories. So many good memories. He's gone. He's out. Capiche? He's now managing KSC Lochran. He's going to be great. And I know he's going to be great. It's alright though, we've got a replacement coming in. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Look at the little face. Look how happy Phil looks compared to Yap. Look at Yap. Stern. Aggressive. Compared to that. Okay, right, well, come on. Since we last met, folks, it's kicked off. I was tweeting out about it while it was going on. I thought, you know what? There's a video to prove it. We'll go straight to it. Forget the games that have gone. All right, folks, you find me at 12:15, playing at night, obviously, darkness, playing some Ispal. Currently 3-0 up against Real Madrid. You know that game I said, was a bit of a nothing game, a game that we couldn't win. Well, here we are. We'll stick with this highlight, shall we? Currently 3-0. About to be 4-0. Gutlu. Hat-trick for Gutlu. We can't go into the top two because of other fixtures. But we're 4-0 up at home against Real Madrid. Oh, you can just see Gutlu here. Yeah. Well, there you are. Don't let dreams be dreams. That's the quote you can take from this. Real Madrid. So yeah, it's 4-1. Ridiculous scenes. We did beat Fiorentina before that 3-2, but look, we've already gone past it now. We'll move on to the 1-0 win over Calgary. It was Luka with the goal, 88 minutes on the clock. Our 5th goal scorer this season. Mad, isn't it? Our 5th goal scorer, though, gets the goal. It was a banger too. And then we played Livorno, I think is how you say it. They scored at the 11th minute. They had one shot on target all game. We had lots of possession, way more shots, and we come out 1-0 losers. So that's good. So we've lost that one. Today then, Fenerbahce and Roma. Now, that win in the Champions League against Real Madrid, 4-1, of all the teams to beat 4-1, doesn't really mean that much in terms of qualifying from the Champions League. We still can't do that. But what we can do is get ourselves into the Europa League, and winning today will secure that. We've also got a game against Roma coming up after Fenerbahce. So 2 big-ish games today. We're currently 4th in Serie A, and yeah, it's very tight at the top. We've got games in hand on Juventus and Napoli, but you see us and Roma tightly contested. Not really, we're 4 points ahead, but a defeat today and they'll be right behind us, so we've got to make sure we win it. So let's introduce you to the team for the first game. So this is what we're working with. Below still out injured, so Pozovec, Alexander-Arnold, Diaz Casasola, Cini, Toscano Batista, Luka Yosu, Gutlu and Heister. Of course, Gutlu coming off the back of a hat-trick against Real Madrid. What a performance from him. He's actually got 4 goals in Europe now, only 3 in the league, so I guess he's just Champions League standard, but not Serie A standard. Anyway, into this game against Fenerbahce we go, and as it is a Champions League game, Gutlu's going to be loving it. Who's in the Fenerbahce team? So essentially, 3rd place goes into the Europa League. We need to do anything but lose, and we'll be fine. Mind Skells on the bench. Heavens above. They've got Wijnaldum in the centre with Dayoud as well. They've got a decent little side, actually. Okay, right, well, we'll see how we get on. I'm quietly confident that we can potentially secure qualification for the Europa League. Come on. Interestingly, in the group, by the way, Porto Real Madrid face off. The winner of that will obviously top the group. Quite a big game going on between those two sides. Right, though, it's up to the Spal boys. Can we stay in Europe, or is the European journey over before it really ever began? I think elsewhere in the group as well, Madrid have taken the lead over Porto. As if we beat Real Madrid. 4-1. I could barely believe it. Anyway, we've got the ball at feet here into Gutlu. Will he strike again? Not quite. City's there. Oh! Now, I think he's our 6th goal scorer of the season in the Champions League. City with a goal, 31 minutes, his first ever goal for Spal, and he's given us a 1-0 away lead. That's really good, that's really healthy. Now, of course, we've got a bit of leeway now. Of course, still looking for the draw to qualify, but I'd like to win this. You know, I think, how many points will that be? I think 8 points from the games. 8 points from 6 games in our first ever Champions League outing with a squad not really good enough for the Champions League. I don't think it would be too bad. Cine with a finish though, and yeah, we're ahead. Going loco, down in bar loco. It'll be back soon. Shouldn't be seeing that after Cine scored. That will only annoy him. He gets sent off now. That'd be a Cine thing to do. It sounds a bit like silly. It's not as good as the lot, is it? All right, good clues found Heisa though, who has lost out on that occasion. Ruben Diaz down to Luca. Cine on it again, and into Luca. Yossi plays it forward. Good clues on it. Back to Batista, and we're working this quite nicely. This has been a theme of our play. We did this exact thing to Real Madrid, just knocking it around, really neat and tidy. We've lost the ball, fantastic, as they drive forward now. We've got options out wide, but Toscano gets in, nips in, and wins it back. A ball over the top would do the business, but we're working it again, neatly and nicely. Good clue. He's got Heisa in the middle if he can find him. Heisa's there. Dorian at the front post. That is the spell goal, in my opinion. The cross to the front post and knocked in. And a good clue, of course, Ken Player's the left winger as well, proving that here. You can see out there, looks comfortable as well. The ball's whipped in, and Dorian Heisa races to the front post, just nips in ahead of his defender, and sees it home 2-0. We've not lost many games this season. You know, we've been unfortunate in some of the Champions League games. That recent league defeat, we've now lost 2 in the league. But overall, we've looked pretty good. I mean, we don't score that many. We equally don't concede that many. I mean, the fact we've got a 2-goal lead here is a bit of a shock. I say that. We were 4-0 up against Real Madrid, and then they got a late goal to make it look not quite as good. There's a corner for them, as Pozovec claims. Now, is there going to be a chance created? Half-time's been and gone, so what are we going to do from here? The ball's launched forward towards Gutclue. He's a bit of a unit, is Gutclue, and he finds Heisa now. Oh, Heisa! Dorian Heisa! Yossi with the ball through. And that is beautiful. Dorian Heisa, is it a sort of a chipped, dinked finish? Regardless, it's absolutely majestic. That ball through, the run, I mean, he escapes his defender, and a little chip over the goalkeeper. You've got to love it. In the Champions League as well. That's what I'd like to see. 3-0 lead then, looking very, very good. Dorian has got his shooting boots back. That's what I want to see. He's not quite as prolific this year. He's been a little bit quieter without his mates, but Cine's got an injury. Down to 53%. We've not got a great deal of options to bring on. I think Hattibor's probably the option. And I think Alexander-Arnold can kind of play left back, so we'll just switch that around for now. Miguel Luis is also going to come on for Luca in the centre. Just keep it fresh. Can Dorian complete a hat-trick? I mean, there's about 15 minutes to go, and still time for us to get maybe one more. I don't see them getting 4 now. So I think the Europa League is waiting for us. That's some really nice, intricate stuff from us to get it back into the middle. Gutclue's holding it up again towards Alexander-Arnold. Now on the left-hand side, Gutclue again drives through. Gutclue, oh, he's so good! When did he get so good? 8th goal of the season, a 4th for us in the game. That's 8 goals in 2 Champions League matches. The boys are on fire. I say that, we lost recently to Livorno, but regardless, back in the goals. And this is what's frustrating. I mean, you beat Real Madrid, you beat Fenerbahce, but you lose a league game that you've really got to be winning. And this is where it stands us then. 3rd place, 2 points behind qualifying. It's not. I'm happy. I'm just going to say no, I'm happy. As the highlights continue here. Dorian Heisa, about 5 minutes left to go. Dorian shoots wide, and it remains 4-0. 5 seconds to go, keeping the ball, running down the clock. And there it is then. Fenerbahce 0, Spal 2K13 4. And it will see us then move into the Europa League. Now, I don't actually know. I've got absolutely no idea who's in the Europa League. That's going to be interesting to see. We get a little bit of money for the win as well, which is really nice. And right, I'm intrigued. Let's see then. Who is in the Europa League? We are obviously now in it. These are the teams that have gone through. Gladbach have gone through. Toulouse, Leipzig. They've won every single game. Really, that's the teams you're looking for. Aberdeen have gone through. Villarreal top their group. Got AC Milan, Marseille, Ajax. Not that many teams. Chelsea are in it. That could be problematic. I imagine they're still relatively good. Their key player is a regen. Okay. Polish striker, but got a bit of a pixie feel about him. Tottenham in it as well. Napoli there. So some decent sides in the Europa League, but I'd give us a chance. Maybe not to win it. Who's this little guy? He's not bad. Maybe not to win it, but to certainly give it a good go. It's all going to depend on the draw, I would assume, and seeing who we get as we move forward. But yeah, good result for us. 4-0 win. It leads us nicely now into the game against Roma. And I mean, so far so good. Madrid won their game, so they do top the group. And elsewhere, Manchester United beating Celtic. Griezmann getting a couple of goals. Dortmund winning. City winning. A lot of these sides then going through. Sadly though, we're not. Just before we move on, worth noting that Inter didn't make it through. Obviously, we didn't make it through. Celtic, Schalke, Leverkusen, Basel, Mainz and Liverpool. All of those sides also go into the Europa League. So they're probably the sides that are going to be the toughest tests as we move forward. Just notice there, coming up is the first round draw, or the first knockout round for the Europa League. And that draw will be straight after this game. So I'll show you that today as well. It's not the same, is it? It's not the same. Phil's coming in. Phil Neville. Phil. Okay, Phil. In you come, mate. Look, he played at Manchester United with Jaap Stam. We'll get him on a coaching course. We'll ask him to recommend a signing. Who's he going to recommend? I mean, that's going to be quite exciting. Who's he going to recommend? Phil Neville recommends a player from Valencia, irony, valued at 2.2 million, and Carlos Travor is the name. Oh, actually, 20 years of age. Not awful. That's good, not awful. Maybe one day we'll sign him, Phil, or maybe we won't. Right, folks, bit of an issue. Cini's suspended and Barloko has just come back into first-team training. It would be, in my opinion, a risk to play him in this game against Roma, and I like a risk. So in he comes immediately. Look, he'll probably get sent off, he'll probably get injured. Let's just take risks. Fabregas is on his way back too, so he'll be featuring at some point. Right, the team though is going to remain exactly the same. I rested them after the fixture, so we should be good to go. Heiser and Guklu remain up front. This has been our issue though, and I'll mention this again. Cini getting the goal there does make him our 5th goal scorer so far. Only Spira, Guklu, Heiser, Yossu have the goals, and obviously that goal from Luki you saw at the very start from distance. I mean, not a great deal of goals from our defenders so far. You got to think Ruben Diaz last year chipped in with a few. So I'm hoping this year he does the same thing and we get some goals maybe from set pieces. Okay, decent side Roma as we've seen before. Benteke, Sassone, they've got Klassen there, Berardi, decent side, bit irritating really. Right, we owe Roma after our last match. And I think that last match, if I'm not mistaken, was the back end of last season when well yeah, we didn't win the league. So spoilers. I mean, if you're watching this episode before that one, what are you doing? Think about that. I was thinking, why would anybody do that? We're going to start off, though, attacking. It worked pretty well against Fenerbahce, and as the home side, I feel like it's our advantage to play attacking from the off. And so far, you can see from the stats, going pretty well. 6 shots from us, 2 on target, 3 off target, 1 blocked. Slightly more possession as well. We've seen no highlights, though, and highlights are what makes these videos good. I mean, I'm what makes the videos good. The highlights are an added bonus. Not that one. What on earth has happened there? It was like watching pinball. I mean, I don't know how many times the ball hits another. How many defenders does this hit, or players in general, as it goes in? Let's slow it down and check it out. I'm gonna guess 5. I'm going 5 defenders. The ball's put in. Then it hits 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe arguably 5, and then it's just because Alexander gets sort of noted there, and then Berardi just finishes it off. I mean, this is like watching something from Baywatch. I know it goes in. What? Yep, good. Right, well, attacking hasn't worked. We've conceded from a set piece. I dare say it was slightly unlucky. But look, sometimes teams do get unlucky from set pieces when they concede. Hey. Right, after half time then, we're going to go out with the same philosophy, same mentality, and see if we can get the win. So far, Barloko's not been the issue in the side. It's not like he's been getting roasted out there. And he's on the ball as a sale of this. Challenged by 2 men and loses it though. Time to go in this game. I don't really want Roma getting right behind us. I was kind of enjoying being part of the top 2 with Juve. That's not going to be the case after this game, and we still have a game in hand on them, so we can still pull ourselves 4 points behind them. And we've got a game in hand over Roma as well now I look at it. But it's the teams ahead. It's Napoli and Milan that might be the problem for us. I'm going to make a change as well. It's not really happening for us. We're going to bring Miranda on for Toscano. I'm not going to bring Barlek on, am I? No, but Toussaint's going to come on for Luca in the centre. I'm actually going to make a triple change. We're going to bring Spira on for Guklu, who's just never as good in the league. For whatever reason, never quite does it. What I'd quite like is like a Dorian free kick, last minute, something like that. Something to make me go, oh, it's not happening. I mean, time is ticking away. How do you change the mentality? I mean, you need the goal. I guess you just stay attacking, maybe go slightly more direct for the final 10 minutes. See if you can just create that chance, create that opening. So far, it's not happened. I might try and get crosses in slightly earlier as well. Now I'm here, actually. Not look for the overlap so much and get the ball into the middle from our fullbacks. They've both got good deliveries. 5 minutes to go. Can we find a winner? It's fair to say, I don't think it's unreasonable to say, that we've probably had the best of the game. It's been a highlight-free game, though, with 40 seconds to go. you suspect it's going to be Roma taking it after. And this has been the thing when you've had such good results in the Champions League. We come up against some decent sides. Instead, yeah, Livorno weren't a decent side, but I mean, Roma certainly are. And we just can't seem to find a way to break them down. And that has been the issue. Unless, of course, Dorian puts a ball in. No, it's not going to come off for us. That's twice now, though, where we've had a decent Champions League game and followed it up not long afterwards with a poor result in the league. And this, again, another 1-0 defeat. I mean, at least we're keeping it tight. I mean, we're not getting battered. Whenever we play a game, we've been destroyed once. That was the opening day against Juventus. And since then, I mean, we've had a defeat against Porto in there as well. You can't be too disappointed about that. I mean, there was a defeat to Real Madrid at the start of the season. But generally speaking, every game is very, very tight. And for a side now that are 4th in the league after today's game, we are in a situation that means essentially we're just not scoring enough goals. And we've got a January coming up. I mean, it's the 11th of December. We've got a little bit of money to spend. The board actually gave us a little bit more. So we've got 5 million. There are going to be options out there. The question is, who are those options and can we ask for more money? No, we can't. Can I ask for... Oh, I have to build a new stadium. Do I ask for a new stadium? Imagine if they name it after Yap. Can you imagine that? All right, let's just say, look, we need to be the very best. We need a stadium that's up there with anything in the country. I'm talking San Siro, people. We believe our ambitions for the club can be achieved without the need to leave our current home. Disagree with that. If it's not requested, we'll be left behind. Oh my God! They've said yes! They've literally... I asked... Although we wouldn't usually respond to a laboured point, your passion on the issue isn't going unnoticed. After considering what you've said, we've decided to grant your request. That concludes this meeting. You know where to find it. What the bleep it. What the Oh my God! Okay. Oh my God! Right, we've got a draw for the Europa League coming up. How has this occurred? They plan to build a new stadium. We know nothing. I've never seen that before. They know nothing. Plan new stadium. Boom. You're very pleased to announce the plans are afoot for a new stadium. It's going to be completed. Oh, then the plans will be finalised in 2 years for a capacity of 31,000. Oh, I'm not sure any of this is worth it. Was this a mistake? How big is our current ground? I mean, all this for 7,000 more seats. I mean, we will increase our expansion capacity, but I don't know. I don't know if this is a good move. This is outrageous. Okay, fine, good, yes. All right, let's quickly do the draw for the Europa League. As if they said yes. I mean, think of the walls. Think of the bloody walls. Oh, hello. No. I mean, I appreciate the offer, but no. Thank you, Sassuolo. I can't say the name, so I can't join. Absolutely outrageous. Man, what an episode. Yapstam was being replaced by Phil Neville. We've won the Champions League game 4-0. We're in the Europa League. We lost in the league to Roma. We then get a new stadium, and now we've got the draw for the league's the Europa League. No one gives a shit about this, do they? Yeah. I mean, I'd quite like a game against an English team, or a Scottish team, or an Italian team. Something where it means a bit more. So we'll see. Right then, Udinese gone. Anderlecht to Marseille gone. All these sides are falling to the wayside. Well, Lyon and Chelsea gone, as well as Napoli, Milan, amongst others, which is good for us. I think we're going to be on the right-hand side. I think the sides who finished second in their group, we're going to play the teams on the right who came down from the Champions League. Ajax, Inter. My God, that's a big game. Okay, keep going down. Aberdeen, I would take Aberdeen. Young Boys. Braga, no. Celtic. Oh, Celtic Spal. My God, okay. Right then. That is fascinating. Liverpool play Mainz. Oh, interesting game for Klopp if he's still in charge. And Basel play Schalke. Celtic. The boys. Okay then. Alex Neil's manager. My God, how they've fallen. And Kenji Namoto, on loan from Liverpool, interestingly, is their best player. Looks very good at that. Okay, interesting. Willie Edward. I don't know. Willie Edward? I don't know. Willie Edward. Who knows? It'd be a foolish thing to do, but... Nuri Sahin is their captain. What on earth is going on? Oh, that will be next year at some point later, after sort of the window and everything. So it's a while until we play Celtic, but that's what I wanted. As I said before, I wanted a Scottish team, an English team, or an Italian team. Celtic and the boys are playing, and I look forward to it. If you enjoyed today's video, then action-packed. I will see you again for more. With love, with care. If we don't spend you until next time, goodbye. What do you call this episode?